allegedly JC was getting here early. I did think to myself, hashtag South American, when he said that. So because he's not early and I am, I thought if I get the stream started and over, then I can do a couple of talks to camera, like potentially, because it's the 150th anniversary of the act that kind of enshrined Speaker's Corner, which was 1872. But I'm going to speak about that a little bit later. Maybe I'll just keep the live stream on. I don't really know. Anyway, just for a quick squint so you can see what I'm up against here. There's that guy. I have a feeling he was once, I feel like he's men's rights. Yeah. I think they had like big jumpsuits on before with like fake period blood, as one does, because of a circumcision or something. And then there's, I don't know really, the lady up a ladder, like feel like she's a visitor potentially, or like a one-off-ish thing. It's not Posey's group. That gentleman, can't remember, I think he talks about politics. There's I married a 3-year-old. Can't remember the cameraman's name or channel, unfortunately. There's Ashawama. Cowboy up the ladder. I saw Hatoon earlier. I feel like she's over there speaking to that guy. And then just kind of random stuff. There's going to be a concert. You right, Phil? All right, Chris. There is today. There's Usman. There's a concert today. So if I start and finish early, that will potentially negate the. I don't know. It shouldn't be copyrighted though, because it's not like the studio edition or whatever of the tunes. But a quick question to some ticket touts. I think it might be the Eagles. I don't know. Maybe, who knows. Anywho, I feel like I want to nick that person's chair, but I'm not going to. When I say nick, I mean borrow. I should be sitting down. This is one of those facts of life. I can't stand near that model. Right, let me get to a place where I can see the comments section. Yeah, a bit of shade. Let's go over here. I'm shoot the signal. Anyway, let's have a look at the. Alright, thank you. Didn't want to miss anyone out. Okay, so whilst we wait for JC, and let me get the pollen out of my eyeballs. Has anyone got any questions? Up the wire, sweet Jesus, that kind of thing. You right, Ty? Okay, anyway, anyone, any questions? What I'm saying basically is please give me a question in case you didn't catch that. All right, Unitarian. All right, let's have a wander then, just for lols, really. Okay. Jamal. Yeah, that would be nice. Depends how long of a walk it is home for you, my love. Okay, half time, everyone. But everyone change theological position. Roe v. Wade. Good one, Bill. Okay, so for anybody who's unsure of what that means and the implications of its being overturned by the Supreme Court. So it's an American piece of legislation that deemed, I feel like the essentials of it are that it deemed various periods of pregnancy as potential human life is what sticks in my mind, because I haven't whizzed through it. I know that Brett Kavanaugh, if you remember, it's got to be is it the penultimate Supreme Court Justice who was appointed to the bench, Trump's nomination, they all went absolutely spasticated, if you remember. That chick came out the woodwork with a shady story that she couldn't even remember herself, and all of that was essentially boiled down to the fact that Brett Kavanaugh is a Catholic, so they were worried that throughout his illustrious, future potential career, the only thing they seem to be worried about is that he would overturn Roe v. Wade. Either way, it is now possible for American states to choose whether or not to endorse or legitimize abortion as a result of it being overturned. So that's the good news. the slightly cynical news is that now somebody's saying, well, yeah. So it's good news. At least, well, a few states that I've like reeled off when I was doing some research, can't remember them, there's a lot of them, have already said, like, no, thank you very much. It's not to say that a lady can't travel if she so chooses. But yeah, that's the good news. My thoughts are that anything that authenticates or endorses, it's not the word, anything that upholds the right of humans in any form is a good thing. That's it. Because you remember, whilst Trump was in office, the lunatics, as I like to call them, brought through legislation for late-term abortion. They stopped short of their actual ages. It was like up to 9 months in some places, and I even heard some sort of senator or congressperson, or maybe just like I don't know what they call them over there, an MP, yeah, a representative, that's the one. The question was, well, what do you do if the lady's giving birth and she changes her mind about the pregnancy? And they said, well, we'd get the baby, the birth completed, I guess, and then have the tough decision, like implying that it's still not too late to kill the, at that time, potential human life. My thoughts on that are, what? Has any grown-up lady or woman, adult human female, ever given birth to anything other than a human child? Like, it's not like every now and again a woman brings forth a kitten. Potential human life is misdirection, like utterly misdirecting, because it can't be any other form of life but human. So the potentiality they're speaking about is viability, which is in no way like up to 9 months of gestation. No, it's not. You're right. I am.
Can I leave you this? I'm just going to get coffee.
It's not mine, but you.
This is mine.
No, I'm saying this.
Oh, this one.
How far are you going?
I'm going to Sainsbury's to get a coffee.
Yeah.
No, you know, on the Edgware Road there's a Starbucks.
Yeah.
I'm going there to get a coffee and come back and use the toilet.
No one's going to take it anyway, but I'll stay within eyeshot of it. Like, I'll be in this little area.
Please, that's I need that chair.
No worries. I was just saying I should start bringing one. Right. So, where was I? Yeah. Boo. Yay. That sort of thing. That's it, really. Right. Now let me click the doodah. Oh, within the last couple of weeks. Yep, he's doing some private study. He's absolutely fine. He came off his social media, but he is on one. Can't remember. Something like a chat kind of forum thingy, and as soon as I ring him or go through my messages, which are on this phone, I'll find out the name of it and I'll post it somewhere discreet, because yeah, he's like I say, enjoying some. No, it's not Discord, Chris Mac. It's something like, no, I don't want to embarrass myself because I'm over 18. There's 2 words to it. Chat something. No, I don't know. There's no point. It's not Snapchat, by the way. It's like I don't know. But yeah, he's there anyway. I feel like I should be his PA, but not really. But I need to tissue because just life, really, in general. Sorry, I just saw some stats go by. Yeah. That's a lot, Bill. Bill is saying that around 60 million unborn children have been aborted since Roe v. Wade. That's like World War II times 10, is what he's saying, which is shocking when you think of how many just, you know, Jews, gypsies and homosexuals or whatever died in World War II. And that's without the casualties of actual, like, you know, combat, as it were. So those are some pretty shocking statistics. But now, more worryingly, it's given a platform for like heads of state and world leaders to come out wringing their hands, Uriah Heep style, like about, oh no, this is such a blow for freedom. Like, go away. That's what I say about freedom. After they've just let everybody out of their houses again, they want to bang on about freedom. Can you believe this crud? Meanwhile, the catalogue model who runs Canada, he has, I'll have to put the clip up maybe if someone reminds me, he has said that the supply chain crisis that's been that's extant in Canada, i.e. all the prices gone up and some things are more difficult to get even after the whole truckers' protest that he tried to quash and stole their money was in order to keep the supply chain going. But no, it's all the fault of the Russians. You heard it there first. Stands to reason, obviously, he wouldn't tell porkies. But yeah, so that's another load of old shiz for you to chew over. And if you're Canadian, I do apologise, like as in my sympathies lie with you. But what can you do, eh? Apart from move. Get a life. Overthrow your government. All right, Martin. Hello from England. Repent. Let's have a butcher's kid. I don't see him at the moment. He is around. I feel like I saw him a few weeks ago. I had a week off, like maybe 2 weeks ago. Right, so Chris, what are you saying, kid? Nice. Well, not nice in an eye, but Chris is saying that catalogue model in chief of Canada, as I'm going to call it from now on. Yeah, he's also said that Canadians don't have the right to defend themselves. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, which wouldn't be a ranch anymore if you couldn't defend it technically, someone else on Canadian media let slip that technically Canadians can't own any property. So yeah, it's all going swimmingly for the bless them, other little parts of the Commonwealth. They've got her Madge on their money, but their money is worth squat. Such a shame. The price is, it's not even that the money, it isn't even the secret tax that's not secret, but you get to the register, or till as we call them, and then they add another 13.5 or 13% on. That comes as a bit of a shocker every single time if you're not Canadian. Other than that, the prices are it's not because the money looks like more, which it does because there's more than one Canadian dollar to the pound. Hello, sir. It's Ash. I'm just slagging off Canada. Well, not Canada, just their taxes and their catalogue model who runs the country. Huh? Oh no, some of them might be. No, these are all over the gaff. I was in Toronto recently.
I know you was.
Yeah, I was shouting loudly about the price of everything.
No Canada there, you know.
I know. That's what I'm just telling them. And then when you get to the till, and then they give you the extra tax, so you're adding up your shopping.
You go down and see it on them places.
No, I went up.
You went to Mississauga on them places.
I see it on the sign.
You passed the original CN Tower before you go.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I stood underneath it. Yeah, I tried to. Someone took my photo who I was staying with, making me do this business, and then took it for the complete.
You know why I stopped at Niagara Falls?
Go on.
That bridge.
What? What about it?
It's too high.
Yeah, but it was closed when I was there. I just went to the side bit.
Listen, Kate. If
I'm listening,
Ash. If you go on that bridge,
yes.
You now go back on it.
Yeah, but I didn't go past the bridge.
Yeah, listen.
I'm listening.
You see, when we first went to Canada,
so let me sit down. Go on.
You used to go and used to have one road bridge way down in the mountain.
Right.
When we went to this time, the last time we went to Canada, Kate. Oh, this time.
Yeah, go on, leave it there. Sorry.
The bridge is between the two mountains.
Yeah.
Hitting each other like that. Kate on the bridge. I'm on a coach.
Ash is a land dweller, everybody.
I'm on the coach. Yeah? I'm on the coach, Kate. I'm on the coach. I may talk to my cousin, I may laugh, I may look out. You know when I look out, Kate?
You ain't laughing no more.
No, come to the door. No, hill now. All I see was clouds.
Shizzle.
Jesus Christ, man. Because of wood. You said when I come back?
Yeah. You're kissing the floor like the Pope, isn't it? When you get off the bus.
We drive back in our car.
Yeah.
You know what I do?
A bit like Mohammed when he come home from seeing that demon in the cave, isn't it? Yeah.
And when we do that, because them through the traffic, they were on the bridge and they said, oh, we passed over and was right on the middle of the bridge. And you could feel the bridge swinging.
Yeah, that's like that.
Me now go back over.
Yeah, but you got faith, you got trust. If that's your time to go, that's it. That's your time.
Me terrified to height. You see how when me a fly? Go to Jamaica, me don't see.
She walks, everyone. It's a long walk.
But you know something?
Right?
It looks so lovely-dovey from over there.
Lovey-dovey. What, just me, him and all these people on the live stream? Got ya.
Wait a minute, yeah.
I don't know. He's got a jacket that says press. It does need an iron, to be fair. So, yeah, I don't know. Is that fella his name? I can't remember.
Look, I do have on the bag.
Yeah, I thought to myself Quasimodo was back for the bells. He's got a thingy under his pullover.
I'm coming in. I don't say
How's mummy? Nice. Nice. Who's that? Is that the Eagles playing over there? Do we know? I asked some tickets out over the road. He said, I know.
If Duran did it, I'm going to
Oh! Yeah. Got ya. Sorry, everyone, for the private combo going down.
I know him.
Got ya. Got ya. I know Jesus. How'd you like that? I've just name dropped you off the board there, kid. So what are we saying? Where is everyone?
Everyone.
Is it JC?
No.
Mama said he's coming early. Huh?
What I know?
I don't know, babe. So I'm using my phone here.
Who's asking?
Oh, you got it?
I'm going to
You
Chinatown.
smashed it already. Your phone, you dropped it.
I'm going to Chinatown.
But after we got food poisoning, it didn't happen.
No, I don't go to that place.
Good. Good.
You remember the place every time I wanted to go, and them boys said I could go to this one. I should have followed man and go across all the time, man.
That's always the way, isn't it? When you don't listen to your first instinct.
And we know say food no good.
No, well, I knew as I bit into that bit of chicken.
Hold on, how can you cook
Sorry, everyone.
Singapore noodle and it wet?
Well, I wouldn't cook it full stop, dry or wet. I would cook a egg. More traditional, I feel. Anyway, guess the question, anyone, please, because
What's the question?
I don't know. We ain't got one yet. Well, maybe. Maybe they're all marvelling at. Right. Talking about petrol prices in Canada, it's outrageous. It's outrageous, Chris. It was. Listen, I see a loaf of bread yesterday. Bread, steady yourselves now. $9, $8.99 a loaf of bread. You know, not like even. I mean, you know, not shizzle, but like posh looking, artisan maybe, but still in the supermarket. $9, which for anyone who's just guessing is £6 for a loaf of bread. You get a meal deal for $3.50 here, which is $4.25 $3.50 for the meal deal. Oh, your Sainsbury's. All right, hold on a minute. Everyone's googling your Sainsbury's.
Tuna fish sandwich like that. And I serve
This is the geezer showing us the size of it, though. To be fair.
And I serve it $2.49.
But you can just get a French stick for whatever and get yourself a tin of tuna and just bang.
That's $5.70.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
You need to go Lidl's, babe. I'm not advertising. Yes, Lidl's. Don't test me. It don't matter. Go walking.
Where?
Shut up.
No, I go.
So anyway, there's another reprobate coming up the rear. That sounds wrong. Right. I see Bob. I don't see JC. Everyone.
Where's Bob?
Communist.
And then I saw her.
Bob's over there at the Salam corner thing. Salami. Charles, does it seem like the right weather to start testing me now? Does it? Because I feel like you lost weight. You. All right, communism.
I mean, lose weight.
I know you lost weight.
And guess what? Hey,
It's because you've not got more clothes on normally.
when you lose no weight, just lose the belly.
Yeah.
Because when
Ash has lost his non-mass belly. He said, "I've lost weight." No, I haven't lost weight. I just lost the belly.
I'm getting
Where
back,
have you
hold
put
on.
the weight then? From your belly?
I'm getting back my six pack, but me last the one pack.
I'm keeping my party 7, everyone. That's a barrel.
I had a one pack before. Remember when I first
He had a
started?
party 7, a keg.
Yo, 42 trousers, bro.
Anyway, still no JC, bizarrely.
Me lose I had 19 stone now.
Shush.
Yeah, I was
Right now?
23 stone.
That's a lot in real money as well.
No, look.
Let me see. Aye. It's getting the flesh out. He's whiter than me, this geezer. My eyes are bleeding just from the glare of the sun. That's what happens when I get my legs out. Right, Usman's coming in again. It's like the Matrix, you know, where the black cat goes past and then everything just happens again. All right, Len? What's happening? I know, repent, apathetic. I'd rather...
What are you doing?
I ain't going late today. I got like a phone call scheduled. Maybe I don't know. The thing I was gonna.
When you're ready, I'm just gonna go get I want to reach home for 4.
Oh wow. Okay, you might be winning ever so slightly by me. But basically, JC was coming early. I was going to do some talks, do my live stream, and off ski. And then he ain't here, so I'm doing the live stream because I love these people, etc. And then I just need to do a quick couple of chats on the camera.
That's why you can't stand it.
Which one?
One in the camera look like him.
I thought the green one.
Mr. Bean's half brother. When I green up.
Green? Oh, I don't like him one bit. I can't help it. I love it.
Sex of angels.
That's Gabriel Michael. Gabriel Michael.
I got Evan. You got to be
There's no marriage. It says there's no marriage in heaven like the angels, as in similar to the situation with the angels, which would imply there is the possibility of it, as in male and female. You know why? Because like they wouldn't say we can't get married like the angels don't get married, because what are they chatting about if there's only boys or only you see what I'm saying? But they're made well, you wouldn't. Why ask a question if you're willfully ignorant to the answer? He ain't even trying, this kid. I bet he's sit all the way through Guardians of the Galaxy, but he won't hear a word about angels.
When a man loves a woman,
Deep down in his soul. Go on, Percy. Is it Percy Sledge? Boom!
when a man loves
Oh my gosh. Don't. Hey, stop it now.
Let's have a look.
Sacrilege.
When a man.
Jonathan, well, I know what you're saying, but they kind of do. But not technically, because they're made of fire sometimes. Sometimes they've got 4 faces. There's all different hierarchies, aren't there? But it does say be sure to entertain or open your door to strangers. Or it says don't close your door on strangers who may need help, because by doing so, some people have turned away angels, meaning that they can appear, in the guise of a stranger. Don't come much stranger than round here. Let me just give you a little glance. Don't only mean me, obviously.
No, hunter, not that hunter.
But yeah, it doesn't see. It looks less busy on the camera for some reason. I think my camera's right. Sorry for the big finger, but maybe it's a bit clearer. Right. I don't see any of the resident loonies either. I'm just going to pretend to be a dragon a minute, but I'm going to point you that way for one hot second. Put your hands out so I can like this, please. No. I'm not. I don't want to spot you. I want to.
If you don't believe in God, so that is your choice. For me, I believe in Allah.
Ah, look at his face. Look at his face. Your face, Pete. It's like that. Him. Or Big Al, as we like to call him. The most beneficent, I reckon. Although it doesn't really come on the driving licence like that.
Who did Muhammad said Khalid?
Caliph what?
Who did Muhammad said Khalid to go on?
Don't know, go on. Why are we filming Pete? Go on.
She's a mystery, right?
Yeah, mistress probably, about mystery.
I see what is.
Anywho. Yeah, so it's a bit dry on the ground for people that actually know. No, but I'm saying, JC, let me just sit down a minute. Let me jump in your grave, Ash. Well, he was in my grave technically. Right, questions, people.
2,000 years ago, Jesus came. 400 years, Muhammad.
It doesn't say no one will be given in marriage, though, Jonathan. It says that. Sorry.
platform.
Well, not politically, but yes, thank you.
More charge.
Wow.
Sweet love.
Blessings. Yeah. Nice. I've got loads of them. Right, so, what we doing? What we doing of? What we did now he's talking about me as if I'm mutton.
Maybe. You want to refute something?
Go on.
He said.
Sorry.
Very well educated.
Well, I'm sort of sorry. All right, Raw. What's happening, babes? All right, Martin?
He is considered one of the cleverest people in the world. Genius. But he said, you don't need to believe me. All my knowledge is online.
Well, 3 weeks later, Jesus might be back in a minute. Come on. We having ya.
No, not electricity.
Dead airtime. All right, anyway. 150 years this year, everybody. Anniversary of 1872 in general, obviously, but also the 1872 Parks. Sorry, Parks Act.
Are you coming tomorrow?
Maybe.
Yes, I am. Are you?
I don't hear.
Are you? Answer the question, Rob. Are you coming tomorrow? Aye, aye. We're having a Beano, everyone.
You want to refute it?
Well, I want to say it does contradict it. What do you mean? Oh, that's the Islamic chisel, yeah?
There's a big claim in here that we can't answer it, you know? You want to refute it?
No, who's no, not particularly after the live stream, but who's saying it?
Hotman's group on social media.
Oh, send it to me.
So they come
send
here.
it to me right now.
They come and they say this. Let me make
Send it and I'll make a vid.
You can challenge them. Man.
Yeah, well, not this minute.
You
I
can.
was trying to.
You can.
I can, but I won't because I'm a grown-up lady. So, mate, how's he going to do the strings down the other end? I mean, it could be a novelty act, I suppose. He's busy enough coming up and down from his phone every evening because it's evening somewhere all the. My phone is full up because of you and your research notes. I'm telling you, the man can send some notes every day. Just saying. Right, I'm going to have a wander out. But there's some birds. There's a chair is there. Thank you.
There's 26 of them. Yeah?
No, just two, please.
I'm not 26 of them.
You better learn how to work an email. Email. Yes.
You never give me your email.
Well, I'm saying, do you know how to do them? I emailed you the very first time when I knew you. Hello, sir.
We never take your email. We just take your number.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, I want to wait for. See this girl who's left her chair. There's a chair there.
Who you
It's a
mean?
Muslim girl. Yeah. Yeah, you're sitting there for a minute.
No.
Oh, people are so contrary.
Oh yeah, that's this.
Yeah, no, that's not. That's his and that's hers.
Don't watch that too, yeah?
But anyhow, what mischief are you causing?
Just the psychology of the brain.
Is there any other kind of psychology? What? Psychology of the mind.
Of the mind.
Okay, go on, hit me with it. It's one of my areas.
We're just discussing the human condition.
Wow. What, in 5 minutes flat? The boys have sorted it, everyone.
The theory of God,
No, you ain't.
the evolution of God.
That's not psychology.
What
Anthropology,
what we- yeah.
sociology.
it's all entwined.
Well, only
the
because you said something, there's an ology on the end.
Yeah. So what humans
Think about,
believe,
yeah.
the philosophy from early times, ancient
Do you
times.
realise how much faith it takes to be an atheist?
No, how much?
A lot more than I've got.
I beg to differ.
You would. You're just a contrarian.
I think atheist is the default position.
No, babies are not cynical and hardened like an infant.
No, I'm not cynical.
You are. You're literally cynical of the claims that there is a God.
No.
It's not an insult.
I am a
I'm a cynic when it comes to
I'm
government
sceptical.
policy. Yeah, but you've gone through scepticism into outright mockery and cynicism. Don't deny it.
I can
Lake
be
of
cynic.
fire, pants on fire as well.
I can be a cynic, but ultimately
We can be.
I am a skeptic.
Right, so that means you're kind of open to dialogue that may persuade you.
I am, yeah.
Oh, shizzle! What a load of old nonsense!
My heart is open.
No way, Jose! It's not open.
You can make the claim
If I can get through that hard
justifiable.
skull.
I'm
No,
open.
I don't have to make a claim justify. I have to justify the claim, but you have to actually justify your own claim that there is no God.
I never said there is no God.
Yeah, you did.
I've never once said there is no God.
You just said it twice, by the way, but that's not the point. So I feel like I've heard you say that. I don't want to have to scroll through hours for
Please do.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I've got time on my hands.
I have a small
Hey, just stop right there. I'm going to edit that.
degree of
From which small university?
that there is a God. I think there might be a God actually.
He's agnostic, everyone. He's been fannying us with this
I
atheism.
think there might be. What's
Small.
One.
You all know what small means, don't you, chaps?
One.
My view of the
0.9.
abortion act being overturned is hashtag yay, Rory. I already spoke about it, so can like rewind. It's a good thing. However, now they're talking about overthrowing the Supreme Court. So you know when you just think, like that, that exact tone of voice. Obviously, we need to pray for the people who are like going to have their hissy fit, like spaz attacks,
Well, I
because
can't fight against a man with this.
like we're not supposed to revel in people's discomfort, but
That's up to a man.
I've literally heard ladies say the most grotesque, disgusting things. And in fact,
But you
in
wanna find
honour
something to
of Roe v.
believe,
Wade's being overturned, even though it's not technically relevant to the UK,
No. It makes
I'm going to
sense.
put up a clip
like
of
me.
me and Laurie Penny,
no
who
way
is
to
an
do it
author,
without
journalist, left-wing.
I don't believe in
I think she was in the top 100 influential people. She's got pink hair. Yeah, really lefty
This is saying we are going to
lady.
coffee shop.
I don't think that's hate speech.
espresso,
Yeah,
macchiato,
me and her.
green
It's only a
tea,
very
black
small
tea,
thing.
coffee.
She was on
It's
in
like-
the group screaming,
Not
"We
for
need
such a-
abortions."
Only if you are taking heroin,
And I was
then
in
can
the
say
group
that's
of one
negative.
shouting out, "Cross your legs then,
But all those
you
things
tramps."
are simple than saying, no,
I was having an off day.
To the pub, yeah?
I just felt so insulted. Like I just,
She's
oh,
not
it's outrageous.
saying everybody to pub. Well, I don't.
Yeah, I know, Chris.
See, I don't drink, right? So actually, she's pulling. No,
Yeah, I'm trying to pull people to the pub.
You know me, I've already.
Listen, bring your grapefruit juice.
Yeah, I can't go in there go drink a soft drink, a bag of water.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You can do everything by God who strengthens you.
You know, like, we can't take it smell like alcohol, man. Especially.
Sit outside then. Bird's eyes here, everyone. If you're not English, you won't know the reference. Have a word. Captain Birdseye's in.
Yeah, man, watch it, yeah, but they
Right.
don't have a result.
Back to us.
Okay, you want to no problem.
No, I want to wait for JC. I need a camera. James, which one, Brand? The one with the shades? Yeah, I ain't seen him yet. He's normally here. I see his mate at the thingy with IC3. Yeah, all right. Hey! Compadre!
And then
What happened to early? Right, I need to do it to camera. What? Hang on, yeah, but hang on. Wait, sorry. You got two.
Yes, like, I have something to do with salt.
You got one on you. One, two. I need to do some, like right now, because I know you of old, bruv. Good boy. I might stop this stream, everyone. It depends, because I'm going to have to host. You jumped in lively. Yeah, I might do, because I need a phone for my notes. A phone. Oh, maybe I'll multitask because I can. Yeah, it's up to you. Let me know if you want me to continue. Oh, I've only been going half hour. I do regularly, bro. I'm busy. I'm a busy bunny, mate. I've got a lot to get through at the end of the evening.
Oh my
Depending
goodness.
on the events of the day. Right, so yeah, I'm going to do a quick... Yeah.
Repent.
Right. Anyway, where am I talking about? What should I talk about on the camera? I want to talk about the history, the anniversary. I feel like I should get Steve roped in, because he's the one who is organising a little event tomorrow that apparently Ash is coming to as well. Now I can't see him, he's slipped off to the offie, I reckon. No, I can't see him, everyone. Alright, anyway, let me just get my bag. Oh, I might as well just hold it. Yeah, back. It's alright, I'm moving away now. Oh, nonsense. Well, look acceptable now. Let's put the shades on, everyone.
Oh my God, you women.
Apparently, do you know what? Charles, do you know now on the tube it says staring is sexual harassment, and they want people to grasp people. Like, if you see someone staring in a sexual way, how do you know what's in their nut? They might have a... I just thought, do me a favour. He doesn't want to buy us here at all. Right, come on. Yeah, there are both. A lot of atheists, though. A lot of people who claim atheism are not actually atheists. They're anti-theist. Jonathan, I think he was the one who made that comment. There is a difference. There's people who hate God, but how can you hate him or the idea of him if he's not real? You know? Right, let me get my other phone out. That helps, doesn't it? Right, just for some little notes. I feel like I could probably do it off my nut. I don't mean off my face. I mean, yeah, off the top of my head. Let's go freestyle. Just so I can hold on to you, dearly beloved. Come on then, kid. Baz. You fit? Shall I do my jacket up or not? Yeah. I need me mic. Well, it's been a hot minute since I did anything to camera. I don't know.
How is she?
Where is she?
You.
Oh my gosh.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just getting rid of it. Shut up, you straw man building loon. Have a word. Are you a different colour? I'm not sure you look the same colour as
Put my hand on camera. You put your hand on.
yeah.
That's love. You see, that's beauty.
Love?
That's what your ex was darker than
Are
this.
you allowed to touch women?
Your ex
Are you
was
allowed to touch women? Why are you so fascinated with making stuff up about my life?
I'm only joking. I only wind her up. I swear to you.
Ah.
She's a good woman.
So I
honestly.
wasn't seen coming out of a cinema remote. Oh no, well, leave it.
I love you.
Loony.
I love you. I swear to you.
You live this life. You're allowed to touch women a lot, are you? So how come I've got the fist bump and the affection? But you're Sufi. Oh.
I'm Muslim. That respects the law of the land that I live on.
Ah, I like
My
his
religion,
style.
between four walls, and that's it.
Is it? Go on.
There's no difference
put
between me and you. We both
obstacles.
come from the same person, and I'm sure God wouldn't want me to disrespect you.
You're calling Allah a person. I know what you mean. I'm just being
No,
finicky.
Allah, the
Yeah.
creator, wouldn't want me to disrespect his creation.
He wouldn't mind a bit because they're just business, but we won't get excited. All right, laters. I've pulled everyone. Right, he's effed off again. All I want is a mic and a camera. she screamed. Where's he gone? Ah, come on. JC! I don't know, mate. He's off ski. He's gone again. He said he'll get his people to call my people. That music in the background right now, just before I get me. Come on, Jay. Where's he gone? Oh. Come on, babes. Jesus might be back in a minute. Because this music's going to pick up on the mic as well. Yeah. He ain't bothered. JC's a bit chilled today. He just ain't bothered. Give some mic, babes. I'll do it myself. Because I've got to do it off my brain. My brain is rapidly losing braininess. Right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Exactly, Paul. I think that you're correct in that proposition. Rory is asking, do I believe that Muhammad was a historical figure, as in legitimate? I'm on the fence. I'm not swayed greatly one way or the other. In certain like points of order make me think he wasn't, and then it's the argument of embarrassment that makes me like, I feel like, how could you make that shizzle up? You know what I mean? Wouldn't you make a best example if that superlative doesn't just render that sentence illogical? All right, we're nearly there, kids. This is the process we're going through. It's a slow process, to be fair. Pandemics have started quicker. Right, arm God. Right, get me best side. I'll just. Right, nearly there, kids. Nearly there. Sorry if the signal goes in and out, but you'll be able to catch it on SOCO eventually. Why are we waiting? We are suffocating. Right, here we go. It's not blurry here, kids. Ah, where are you going though? Yeah, but can you troll him after like 10.5 minutes? Oh, anyway. I've got a less than 11-minute speech to give everyone. That's right, let's have it lovely. Okay, all right. So I wanted to briefly speak about free speech. He's free to say that, I'm free to giggle. So yeah, either way, this year, which is the year of our Lord 2022, is what, for anyone who's good at maths, is the 150-year anniversary of 1872, which is the year that the act which legislated for a place, Speaker's Corner, in which to hold forth, as it says, on matters, pertaining to anything you fancy, really. Originally, I mean, there had been riots in 1866, 6 years prior to that, and traditionally also this was a place of speech following capital punishment or hanging, as we called it. I just clocked Bob, yeah. And basically the condemned person, it's famously noted that the condemned had a last speech. Funnily enough, I have the last speech of somebody, the dying speech as it's called, of somebody who was instrumental in the facilitation of the act, etc., or the sentiment that he displayed. And he's, in films oftentimes it's like their last words might be, I've gone blank. Don't let me tie my boots on. That's a cowboy thing. But it may be just I commend my soul to the Almighty and tell my mum I love her kind of thing. But this was like a whole page spread, and I feel like I'm gonna do that. Is the ability to freely express ideas is absolutely paramount within the arena of being able to think like cogently, or have a cohesive mental real estate from which to hold forth yourself. So if you consider that when faced with any kind of teaser or dilemma, there are, broadly speaking, two types of people in the way that we all think. So it's correlated with intelligence, certainly, but people who are able to think more would correlate with people who become more intelligent, actually, because the more intelligent, the more thoughts. But what one would potentially do, if you're in one of these two camps that I'm about to describe, is you would, create for yourself two versions of yourself in your mind, and you would argue the pros and cons of the dilemma, or the potential solution, more correctly speaking. And then there are other people who don't even have an inner dialogue, and that's fine. They have a different learning style, etc. But those people would certainly be forced, actually, to speak to somebody else about the thing. And oftentimes you'll hear a lot of questioning in that kind of dialogue. And just bounce off some ideas off of each other. If we aren't allowed to freely express ourselves, our opinions, our ideals, our dislikes, our likes, our loves, our religious ideologies, etc., and that's already not legislated, but there's a judicial precedent in this country, certainly, for the freedom, the right to express one's religious views, and to mock and ridicule, actually, in section 29J of the Public Order Act, which is a separate act to the one I'm discussing, the religious views of others, in order to, or with the aim to cajole them, I guess, into accepting your opinions as gospel, literally, in the case of Christians. Back at the ranch, no, after you, please, sir. The need for freedom of expression is, there's no way any other rights, and I want to speak briefly about rights, but there's no way that any other rights could exist without that one. They couldn't have been argued for in the first place without the right to speak freely. And in this country, fortunately or unfortunately, in the Houses of Parliament, I should say, sorry, my mistake. So, other than that, this place is the closest you're going to get. But I want to remind you, actually, depending on which country you're in, free speech is not a right, technically, in this country. In this country, we are legally able to do anything that is not specifically proscribed within legislation. or judicial precedent, etc., or acts of Parliament, the Queen. If something's not prohibited, the legal assumption is that you are able to do that thing, which is starkly contrasted by, for example, France, which is one of our nearest neighbours, who in their constitution, the liberties and freedoms that they are afforded, basically they are told what they can do as opposed to solely what they cannot do, which is the British system. So yay, blighty, as it were. I feel like I'm running out of camera time, literally, because of the settings, but it's not a right. Recently I heard that rights in their entirety are a social construct, and as somebody who believes, without sounding too American, that they are God-given, they're certainly demonstrably not inalienable in as much as they can be wrested from you, as it were, by, what do we have if we don't have freedom of expression or freedom of speech? What we have is tyranny. What we have is dictatorships. What we have is oppression and subjugation and poorer mental health, like an inability to express oneself. The most corrupt countries on the planet have the worst human rights records, and to not be able to speak up for the oppressed is literally, what Christians are called to do, to feed the poor and to love those who are, who set themselves against us, and to love everyone else, to be fair. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, just consider the blessing that when God says, come, let us reason together, that implies that he assumes we will speak freely. We will be able to reason also. That's another thing that's closely linked with free speech. And if you've made it to the end of this video, no, after you, sir, if you've made it to the end of the video, I'd like you to consider that the breath you just took is a blessing. The fact that you woke up this morning is another blessing. If you're feeling a little bit shy, God, the Most High God, who created you and I, actively loves you and loved you enough to, take on flesh, come down here, take on the most disgusting treatment, and died and rose again just for you. So that's a blessing. I mean, I could list a load of them, but I don't know your personal circumstances. Anyway, I love you people, and not even because I'm commanded to, just for fun, just in my spare time. So I'm going to say, I can't even blow you a kiss. Yes, I can. Camera change. Plot twist. Hold on, I've got to put my tissue away. It's all going on. Either way, subscribe to JC's channel just after you subscribe to mine, obviously. Rattle your rosaries, I don't know. Pray for the oppressed. Pray for those who don't have freedom of speech and who can't say Islam's twaddle, for example, without getting like... But yeah, let's pray for all those who are voiceless. And as a result of that, maybe the least and the lost and maybe forgotten about altogether. But I haven't forgotten the persecuted church, and I hope you haven't either, regardless of your denomination or theological convictions. I think that's it. Laters. Bye. Right, that's that. Now I have to stop the camera now because I'm my own, I'm a one-man band over it. That's that. Now we wait for the South American contingent to come, and then I might do a talk on... What shall I talk on? What was the other thing? Oh, abortion. Well, let's find out what everyone was... JC's channel is called SOCO Films, Patriot 316, and there's also SOCO Studio, which is like a backup channel. So you can search for those. Sometimes there's a SOCO Studio only content, because bizarrely, I don't want to say it loudly in case YouTube hears me, but sometimes they will monetize on one channel and the exact same video won't get any monetization on the other. Bizarro world. What are you all chit-chatting about? Oh, that's not... I know what you mean, but no, that's not correct. Britain does have it, we just don't have it codified in a single document, because at the time when America was in its diapers, we had loads of bits of paper knocking about. It was all right, we've got big vaults full of them. So yeah, we've got it. Don't panic, we have got it. I don't know about this fire in a crowded theatre. You are allowed to say there's a fire in a crowded theatre if there's a fire. I believe certainly, after I did study a little bit of law, is far superior to, for example, Sharia, but lots of other forms of law in its application. Right, that's that. I've done one. Do you want the camera? Yeah, let me go over there. Take that. Right, let's go and see what's happening with Asif. Yeah.
The biggest liar.
Sorry, Patriot, that's all right.
Because Allah told us to lie.
وهذا الاسم كريستيان يتكلم عنه احنا ما بيفهم منه حاجه ولا كريستيان ولا
He's asking why is he your bag's open.
لا لم كلوز
I am saying
No worries.
what I want and what I see.
It's the 150th anniversary of the acts that enabled free speech in this park tomorrow.
Yes, yes,
So he's saying what he wants, which is what he just said.
oh yes, I read the Quran. And Quran says that
Yes, oh my God. I don't know what we're knowing, but yes.
in Muhammad's mouth.
اعوذ بالله which verse
Yes, all right. No, I step back. Well, I'm going to. Yeah, a little bit. All right, Jordan. Sorry, babe.
والله الشيطان
Then this is not from the God of Abraham.
The God of the Bible is Yahweh. Satan is the greatest deceiver,
Surah
the father of lies. When he lies, he speaks in his own language.
God,
The accuser of the brethren,
Muhammad's mouth.
the dragon.
So Muhammad received Quran from Shaitan.
Nice, Rory.
He received Quran from
Sorry.
Shaitan. It is not me saying, it is Quran is telling.
You cannot say
So you
Muslim,
Muslim, you need to understand, you need to learn.
They're not allowed to ask questions. They're not allowed to ask questions. Mohammed said so. No questions. Not if it's going to distress them. So as long as they're seeming happy.
As long as the things are going in their favor,
No way.
they will not question it.
Shush. Really?
If the things are going in against their favor,
They can
Then-
take friends and...
ask questions
No, you're not, babes. You're not. He is.
He doesn't talk like that to my religion
He does. It's free speech here.
okay but just
Yeah. You've come to a place where not even Britain. You've come to Speaker's Corner. It does matter. It does matter. It does. The law literally was made 150 years ago. Do you have to respect the laws of the land you're in? Does the Quran ask you to respect the law? You don't care. He doesn't care what the Quran says, everyone. Hey! That's not yours. It's not yours. Look how young you are to be going on like that to an old man.
what are you going to do
What am I going to do? What, now you're trying to threaten a woman as well?
Why are you such violent thugs? You come to
Don't get involved.
Speaker's
That's
Corner,
not
the
rubber.
home of free speech,
Yeah.
and then you behave like
Why
this.
haven't you been told?
Absolute idiot.
Aren't your brothers involved?
Do you not realise
He's
this is
talking to
free
your religion, not you.
speech?
You're legally
You don't
required to
realise
walk away if you
Says
don't
it,
like
signs
it.
over there.
Yes, I don't mind at all.
Don't get violent at the home of free speech. If you
Good.
don't like words.
Tell him, Steve.
Don't come here if you're so pathetic that you don't like hurty words. Don't come to the home of free speech.
I know it's a bit of an irony.
If you're so thin-skinned and so jelly-like that you can't handle free speech.
Or just walk away. You know them legs that Allah give you.
Of all places, you choose to
There
come
you go,
to
sensible.
Speaker's Corner, the home of free speech, legally protected for 150 years
Just from the back of
tomorrow.
Steve's head,
You
isn't it?
chose to come there and have
The back of his head.
pathetic children. Pathetic children.
Everyone take a beer. Can I have lime in mine? No?
yes.
I'll have the beer.
Can I
I'll
have
take
half
the
a
beer
pint
and I'll
today?
have some
You're just
lime.
offering beer.
Okay.
See, my comedy has to be explained.
Silly
so
little
never mind.
children that can't handle free speech.
Hello, Troy, my
You
love.
cannot make it up. You cannot make
So
it
my
up.
Muslim friend,
If you did, they wouldn't
listen
believe it.
carefully.
They say, how dare you
My
say
Muslim
that?
friend, listen carefully.
These are the people who can't ask questions because their religion says so. Ha!
And these
Not
Muslims.
allowed. Anyway,
They
Steve, what's
are
happening tomorrow?
killing
Let me turn the camera on.
11 o'clock.
No, I know, but I'm saying what we do.
and Christians by saying
Barnes is coming.
that Islam is
I
growing
knew that made
You're gonna have
happen.
this
with
cake on.
conversion. No,
Chicken. I don't mean a large
Islam is
chicken.
not going
Oh, well, I'll-
growing
Toby
with
Young's coming.
conversion.
Ash is coming.
Islam is growing
Ash.
with 4 wives.
I might do a little
With 4
live
wives
Will you
stream if
stand up?
everybody.
Will you
and
stand
many
up and speak?
children.
I will, but there be no one here because it'll be a
That is
Monday.
how
It's a very
Islam
odd
is
day.
going.
I don't know what you
It's the
didn't bring it.
anniversary.
But the millennium.
Hopefully there won't be troublemakers here.
Wow.
It's a
People will be here. What do you
It's a
mean?
celebration.
That's an oxymoron. The trouble
Islam is growing.
It's a later day. People screaming, get her off!
Yes.
What? What? Someone's mentioned women. 50% deficient. Hell's full of them.
He killed all
Yes, Sonny Sparkles.
people.
George Washington. Was it George Washington? One of them, like curly-haired, on the money guys, presidents, as it were. He said, "You can take away all of my rights, but if I retain free speech, I can win them all back." It's basically the most important because, like I say, it deals with your cognition. If you can't think, you can't. You know, the right to bear arms seems a little bit silly if you're a tard. You know what I mean?
Because your women can't marry 4 men. You see the disparity.
With
See the
conversion.
nonsense. You see the barbarity. You see the misogyny.
You are marrying
Barbaric.
He was on the money though, Jonathan, literally, as in spot on.
Misogynist.
Even though he owns slaves, never mind, it was in fashion.
And what we are saying, Islam is not growing with conversion. Islam is growing
Birth rate,
with small people, wives,
birth rate.
and many children.
That's funny though, will be done. He said they should just walk away. Allah gave them a shin for a reason.
A shin.
Yeah, that's all Allah's got to, right? Yes, love.
You know, I call him, yes, you're Steve again.
Why? What is he now? Agnostic Steve?
Warrior Steve.
Warrior Steve. Aye, aye.
Many.
Aye,
Aye something. That's for sure. A darling, everybody.
Yo, Steve.
Steve giving it large.
Yeah, Steve gets some respect from me.
Nice.
How many Muslims are killed by
Yeah. You coming? 11 a.m. You're working.
No, I'm working night. I can't come.
Yeah.
But
You
from
can't?
11,
You can.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
From 11 to
It's me you're asking. I'll be on the 10, on the Razzle. 11 to 11. No, I don't know. Just lunch. A little something. This is the man who's organising it. Steve, Peter, Steve. He's coming tomorrow.
I'm willing to come tomorrow. I'm working night.
He's asking what time I'm getting home. I said, hello.
11 o'clock. I'm just going for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it'll go. It depends how many people.
But you know I'll be in the pub pretty soon
I
after.
thought you'd go for Steve for lunch.
Exactly. Sustenance, my love. Sorry. That's it. Let's find one over 12, everyone. I said, he said, don't be deceived by these Muslims. I said, no, let's wait till they start shaving. They're all like ballstall rejects. Anyhow, back at the ranch. Mr. Brad, why don't you come down here and talk that sort of shit? They are closing, and that means that I'll be able to buy one for El Cheapo. So Romans 8:28 is true. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the fact that a lot of people in the mosques ain't got a Scooby about what they're eating? I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying they don't. Because when I tell people, Muslims, they go, it don't say that. I don't even mean here, I mean in real life when I'm being charming. And then I go, here, there's the Quran in the Arabic and the English, and they go, oh, never knew that. But they've been going mosque all their life and the masjid. Odd, isn't it, Mr. Brown, darling? Right, let's have a little mooch. Oh, married 3-year-old. Background, trying to like just hassle JC a little bit. Right. Oh, and half warm in this bit. Ooh. It's a bit El Hotto for someone to wear. Right. But this morning it wasn't that hot. Well, not just outside my house. Although, to be fair, that was about 8 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, brain power. Not so much of it. Phil's here, everyone. The Catholic Evidence is it League, Society, whatever it is. League. I feel like it's League. Or maybe I just watched too much Marvel. I don't know. Right, how long have I been doing? Sunny. You're on the ball, kid. If it wasn't for the oh mate, if it wasn't for the fans, I mean, think of it. Every day, you know, Nigerian Christians are being murdered, so that the numbers go ever so slightly down there. When you take it over the year or the years, 40,000 ain't no like drop in the ocean. You know what I mean? But I know of Muslims who literally have left, but just don't stick it on their answer machine, as it were. Just don't tell anyone, because it does inconvenience one when one's head is across the park. You know what I mean? Get beheaded, can't really enjoy your life. Call me crazy, but that's a fact. China, sunny God. They had to raid a mothers' meeting. That's how worried they are about Christianity over there. Nutters. Nutters. Interring Muslims and Christians. Nutters. What, like theism in general? Like, why is that such a threat if you've got such a utopian system? Load of old shizzle. Read all about it. Oh no, it's censored. Sorry, I've gone away from standards for anyone who's in the know. I feel the answer to your question is no, Rory. An all-powerful God doesn't need any assistance in terms of facilitating events. Although, God does like people to learn, like as in, like the real God. So he does get people at it sometimes. I don't mean in that, you know, like getting them doing stuff for themselves, because that's the whole point in autonomy and free will, is that we're able to, we're not compelled to do anything. Right, Jonathan is asking, Kay, is everyone in your opinion capable of becoming a good Christian? So there's a slightly worrying caveat in there, Jonathan, in as much as good Christian. Everybody is capable of becoming a Christian if the Holy Spirit allows them the discernment and the conviction. You see, it's like a transactional, even in the instance of a coming to believe. Good Christian is relative. Oh, wow. Someone's just literally, without any request from me, how lovely are these people? Good Christian is another, yeah. So an Orthodox Christian's view of a good Christian would certainly include some doctrine that I would consider not, it doesn't make them a bad Christian in my humble Protestant opinion, but it would be deemed wrong doctrine for me and for my fellow congregants, or, you know. In terms of the church, the body of Christ, yes, there are ways of doing things that are superior to other ways, but God meets you where you are, and God can allow or oversee the most horrific circumstances in your life, knowing that that will get you to the point where you're teachable and you can hear him. Like, and I can personally attest to that if I ever do get around to my testimony. Like, there's just, yeah, at the time it very much feel like God's abandoned you, or, you know, like doesn't care or something like that. However, it's through those, you know, we are blessed through our sufferings. Yeah, it's 340 million now. 300, oh, maybe we're talking about the, oh no, wrong figures. 340 million is the number of persecuted Christians, not only by Muslims, but a lot of it is by Muslims. Yeah. Sounds like Pavlov. Right. Okay. Mother of God, I'm not. Maybe it's just my little brain. Right. They did say that, David. I owe you 5 farthings, said the bells of St. Martin's. And when will you pay me, said the bells of Old Bailey. When I grow rich, said the bells of Shoreditch. When will that be, said the bells of Stepney. I do not know, said the big bell at Bow. Just thought I'd finish off the rhyme for anybody who needed a little rundown of London churches and their bells. Your chair, love. Someone's sitting on it anyway. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Ivan, there you go. Dong. Dong. I just realised that has a different meaning in another language. Alright. Okay, the lady must know her chair's there.
No.
I'm in the cycle lane, obviously.
We're here, people.
Let every man be a liar.
No, you know the problem is,
Go on, no.
I explain
Sin?
something to you.
Evil?
No one wants to accept that the Negro man sell the Negro man.
But they should just look at the record. Someone's got a
No, you
receipt,
see,
surely.
I'm just trying to explain to her, I said,
Maybe lay off the
look,
word Negro. People
you
are
see the problem
a
is
bit less 18th century
if
nowadays.
people understand slavery,
Yeah.
they would understand that the white man never just take up himself and go up on the land to take off. He had to
Exactly.
get well.
Exactly. Well,
No.
talk about the Barbary slaves.
So God said, I'm going to put we in a slavery, right? Because God believed in Israelite, right?
I know what you mean. No, he said bring you out of bondage.
No, put we in a slavery. They shall worship the gods of wood and stone.
Yeah, but that ain't you. What are you talking about, we?
No, that's what they say, right? But
Yeah,
sin,
but that's-
sin is what caused people.
Yes,
to
it's
be
the
in
bondage of sin. Go on.
Yo,
Yeah.
Revelation 2 verse 10 says that not to put all of us in sin.
Well, he can jog on. He's in a pit by that time in a minute. Right, anyway. Oh, it's got to be nearly time. Surely. I don't know. I keep calling you all Shirley. I have to be home for a certain time, which is hard to. It's a bit, you know, like in the Old Testament. Well, no, I'm not going to equate it to the Bible. I feel like that may have just been viewed as a little bit silly, just by the person in my head who watches what I say. She's on duty for a hot minute. But yeah, I feel like I might be home for. I'm trying to work out my times. Thank you, Rashid. Arginator. I will do. Cheers, love.
Can I turn it off? Let's go. Come on, I've booked us.
Huh? The thing that he made up is he's arrogant.
Romeo and
sometimes.
Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo
Is that
and
like an
Juliet.
Essex version?
Romeo and Juliet.
At the cinema.
Cinema, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Moroccan beauty. Look, Moroccan handsome.
Oh,
Olive.
that's just a professional troll. Moroccan beauty. Very nice couscous though. Right. I did, but I'll try not to. It's a very odd. I mean, you know, what cocaine's finished is shocking. Shocking poor form. People don't plan ahead. Apparently the cocaine's finished. Apparently it's a bit Moorish. A bit like Pringles. At this point I'm just sort of rolling around with the lights are on but no one's home really. Sonny, don't be silly babes. Oh no, that's your thing. I can't say I'll ask her anyway. But yeah. Oh, hello sir. Give me an elbow just because I've got a snotty rag in my hand.
Hello.
How's it going?
All right.
No personal info, please.
All right,
It's,
all right.
Nice. Any progress?
With my brother's thing.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, no
there
progress
is-
is
there
not
is-
regress,
there
is
is,
it?
but no.
Yeah. Tell me after you're coming to the boozer. Go on for 20 minutes and then come back.
It's closed.
Shut up.
We don't know if it's going to reopen, but today's
What? What the at Marwa? The one?
number ahead. I don't know if they'll reopen.
What?
Let me know. Maybe me and you can go for a walk or something.
When? Sorry, everyone. It's a national emergency. When did you see it was closed?
About half an hour to an hour.
Maybe they open late. That's troubling. Anyway, go on then. I'll bail you otherwise. Shiny one. Ding-a-ling. Right. Now I want to go and just see if it's open. That's shocking. Sorry to just wipe me out. Let me point you around the other way. You all right, babes? I'm just going to have to blow it. Sorry. Oh, disgustable. Oh. Right. It is Patriot. It's been deemed by moi, as it were. Right, so I'll tell you what I've got going on in my life, everybody. I've decided I'm learning Japanese. I'm not decided, I am learning Japanese. I was getting bored with knowing what letters sound like. Doing another qualification. Still studying the old-fashioned way, the uni way as well. Or that course, rather. That goal, that aim in life. And I was thinking, this is a good exercise for anyone who sometimes feels a bit rudderless. If you just get a piece of paper, not now, obviously, because you'll all be running around looking under the microwave and all that for a pen. The point is, we've got the technology now, you can just put the note on your phone. Either way, write down say what, 5? 7's a biblical number. Sorry, babe. What? Yeah. Anyway, so I've just had to move 6 inches to the left. Yeah, piece of paper, 7, numbered down the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in case you're not au fait with the number situation we have going on there. Either way, I'd like you to write in the present simple tense, like 7 goals, but write them as if they are, you know, present perfect actually. So we want to say like, I don't know, I live here. Like think 5 years in the future. What you want to be doing, what you want to be earning, who you want to be speaking with, how you want to be edifying the body, like whatever it is, write down those 7 things in the present tense, as in it's happening, yeah? Got me? You're with me so far. It's all sounding complicated, but that's because I'm making it like that. Anyway, choose one of them. No, actually, go for them all and think of which one would have the greatest beneficial ramifications. Which one, all things, you know, all things considered, which one would be, not to say you can't do the other 6 another day or another 5-year period. Either way, get you one that's the most, not the most achievable necessarily, but the most beneficial and edifying and, you know, whatever it is. And then write that on a new bit of paper, see? Don't worry about Greta Thunberg at this point. Don't worry, it's your paper, you do what you want with it. And then on the next bit of paper, then you're ready to write, I'm going to go with 7 again. I like a bit of Bible. Yeah, 7 ways in which that's achievable. So you want to do like a long-term, like a mid-range point where you need to be, and then where you want to be on the back of that. The baby steps of how to get there, what resources you might need, who might be able to help you. What else? Some sort of positive affirmation, I guess. Something that's going to kick you up the arse. I was committed to that sentence then, to do it. And the thing about procrastinating is, because I hear you scream, but I'll procrastinate. Rashid, you're not. I recently heard, when you think of the thing, it's better to do even the smallest portion of that task right now, as in within the next 2 minutes. We're going to call it the 2-minute rule. Like if you're deciding, I'm going to tidy my whole bookshelf, it's better to rearrange 4 books than to do no books at all and to keep putting it off, because your brain releases the same amount of endorphins if you set yourself a small task and then achieve it. So that's free drugs, as it were. But yeah, just, I would love it if it doesn't even have to be a 5-year plan, next year, the year after, like just do one thing today, once you've identified what it is you want. It doesn't have to be necessarily all worked out, anything like that. Just do one thing that will help you to do one more small thing tomorrow. Let me know how you get on, because I did. I had a hot 5 minutes last week and I decided to learn basically a legible language and get a different qualification in order to facilitate an aim I have. That's it. It's all right, Gina. I'd have a soapbox if I was to be bothered to carry it. To be honest, I can't believe the pub's shut. I'm devastated, mate. Devastated. What? Is this even legal? She asks herself. Shocking, mate. I feel like it's an ambulance. I was going to go and ask the police. Oh, Westman's got a big crowd of no one cameras. Can't believe Captain Birdside's here. Can't believe it. Right, there's an ambulance being shepherded through by a little geezer on a golf buggy. Very rarely see that in the streets. This isn't the streets, this is a royal park, of course, you'll remember. Asif's getting shouted at again, but he's got Atten to defend him, so I don't feel the need to run over. Have a word with Bob, what he's got on. Do me a favour, someone. Oh, I know he's normally filmed from the waist up, but come on, kids. Oh, sorry. It's only because I'm all in, well, partly in black, sweating. But I'm not jealous at all, actually. Here we go, let's hear what he's got to say. Thank you, armour of God, Jesus is Lord.
Was herself someone who had an abortion.
Have a word.
And she founded the pro-life movement. The pro-life movement, they don't speak for all women.
Not this one.
Most women, most people in the pro-life movement are women. So all you feminists claiming to speak for women who are pro-abortion, saying that you're talking on behalf of women, stop lying. You're not speaking on behalf of
Why
women.
not? It's the lesser of the
You're
sins.
just speaking on
Sorry.
behalf of women
thanks, darling.
that say what you say.
Mine
And there are
works. Yeah,
countless
I need your hand. I can do
millions
the
of
lot.
women
You can do that,
that
yeah.
disagree with you, that believe abortion is murder, and they're right to do
Very
so.
right. Thank you.
Any
Just
other
leave it there 1
questions?
minute. Yeah, when we pub. Thank you. I know. Armour, what do you think I was just deriding, babes?
But it's not sacred life.
Okay, if that's the case then, in the book of Genesis, when I think the son of one of the forefathers, he lost a son. And the son who took over, his father's position, deliberately spilt.
Not me, Mr. Brad. Not me one bit. Not if there's a uniform policy.
As a result, he displeased God.
Yes.
By
Not if
doing
there's a doctrinal policy
saying
either.
One moment,
He is my mate though.
right, so it's not displeasing. But God is specifically saying in the book of Genesis, it's displeasing to him. So why would something that is not of any worth be displeasing to God?
Right, so let me answer that. It's a very well-crafted question. It's a very intelligent question.
I just see Josh is
The
here.
answer's a simple one.
It's all getting a bit
The
heated round
reason
here,
why
actually.
the act is condemned is because it is self-gratuitous and it's self-pleasing and it is something that contravenes natural law in the fish
Abortion.
in terms of what ejaculation is about it's supposed to be about. Ejaculation, the act of orgasm.
It's allowed in
is
America.
about the
There'll be
creation of
Muslims in
life.
America.
So
I
then,
reckon.
if you act in such
There's
a
one in
way
the
as
Senate.
to
Islam is more Christian
in a
than
way
American.
that's not about
He just makes it up as he goes
You're going
along.
against
You reckon he's just trying to be contentious?
One second.
All righty then, babe.
So
Murder's allowed though, isn't it?
sin,
Yes, it is. Smite the unbeliever. Cut him at the neck.
murder somebody-
Cut him arm from arm.
an
Yeah, yeah.
ejaculation that's not about creating life is still a sin, but it's
Babies
not.
He said it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, they're babies. What have they done?
We don't know.
Ah, you don't know. Eh? They might be slipping off doing some abortions.
The
That's
pill
for God to decide who
that
goes where.
stops
Yeah, but a
life being
baby
created
has yet to
is a
actively sin.
But it isn't the same sin as
So
abortion.
then that's very arbitrary because Allah guides who he guides and he misguides who he
Any other
misguides. So
questions
if that
on
baby
the
goes to hell, he's misguided that baby into hell. That's disgusting.
Okay. Any other
You
questions?
need some
Last
education in
chance.
Islam.
What do you think about the fact that Roe v. Wade mentioned potential human life? Has a woman ever given birth to a kitten, for example, Bob?
Exactly. Just ladies and gentlemen, think about
I've
the
just delayed my
misleading
going to the pub there.
language that our cultural acolytes talk about abortion in. They talk about the fetus as if it's not alive or if it's not human. They talk about the idea of potential life as if it's
Potential
not
human
already
life.
alive or human. The language that we use to talk about abortion
Slanted.
is deceptive and misleading.
Thank you, Jonathan.
And it is misleading for ideological reasons.
No way! They're dishonest, you say?
They are dishonest.
Oh my gosh!
Any other questions on the topic of abortion?
Nah, you're all right.
Going once,
Going twice. Going to the pub. Oh, shizzle. Oh. Camera shy, everyone.
you had a question, did you not?
It's going to be picked up on SOCO, everyone. I'm going for a wander. I'm going to see if anyone else is going to disparage the idea of the pub being open. You've hurt me feelings.
It may be open now, but it wasn't before.
Got ya. I shall, when I've got use of my telephonic device, I shall telephone them. I shall place the call. Right, let's see what's going on in here because it all looks a bit.
Allah adore you. To use Fatiha is Islam.
Let me read it.
What's the verb? What's the verb? 66 what?
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
You're a liar like the apostate Paul. You're a liar like the apostate Paul.
The one who Allah verified, you mean? Bolos. Okay, they're slagging off who Allah's deemed. All right, love it. How's it going? You coming, pup? Oh, I've heard a rumour it's shut, but I've stopped crying, and I'm just going to go and find out. Oh, yes, 11 a.m. Because that's the usual time when people celebrate. I don't know why 11. Yeah, you know the one where you have to get out of bed well early. That one. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd day to do something when we're here anyway today. Well, I'll be off to I'll be nipping off for a well, I say liquid lunch, a pub lunch. Who knows? He's making everything goes along, Steve. I'll stick something in the group if I think of it, or if I get any details other than turn up at 11k. Right, ask me a question, peeps. You'd love to. Is Armour of God still here? Who is that? Who's that saying? Patriot, are you here? Are you ever here? Do you come here? Are you in this country, this great land of England? Praise the Lord. No, Armour of God ain't here. No, Koki. Just double checking him in status. Oh, he is. Shut up. Michael, don't be silly. The geezer's a troll. He lives under a bridge. There's billy goats going over clippity-clop every day. Every day. Any time, brother. All right, Tyler. Hello. Hi. It's got a bit lively. Oh, nice people going to the concert, I reckon. Oh, all right. I just wondered. Doesn't actually matter now. I'm just thinking. What time is it? Anyone? What time is it in real life? Are you? If you're on New York time, +5 it. What time is it, everybody? Just ask someone. Not now you're here, Armour of God. How could there be, sir? What time is it, Jack? We're finding out the time. 3 o'clock already. 14:56. Aye, 4 minutes to 3. Thank you, Gina, from Cologne. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be home early today. I've made an executive decision, and it's a fact now. It's factual. It's not only actual, it's actual and factual. Can't do the sartorial. Hang on, let's just try and get him in the background there. He's done his hair red for the occasion. He's coming away from the Boy George lookalike. Or wannabe.
He's the one.
Thank you, Dragon.
In the ballot box.
Okay, then just keep away from the. You reckon, Ivan? You're hiding out in the nest. What's that big flash? Did my eyes just flash, or did everyone else see that? That can't have been light. That's an odd one. Right, I need co-conspirators to get out of this gap and get over to a. What is flashing? Someone's got a flash. Mystery solved, everyone. No need for Scooby-Doo and the gang. Oh. Hey, do you want to come pub soon?
Right now?
It's 3 o'clock.
Oh, last time. I was standing there, but then I got my call from my parents. I went all the way there, and when I was here, you were gone. I'm so sorry.
I know. I got to the pub. I was like, oh, is that how it is? Right. I was looking all around for you, looking between people's legs.
No.
But if you're here for the... I said through people's legs, not between, darling. Honestly, some of these Roman Catholics, I mean, what can you do with them? I feel like if anyone... Okay, I'll remember. If anyone comes with me, they can come back. Come pub with me and then you can come back. Why does nobody love me?
Everybody hates you, why don't you? That's what my brother used to sing to me.
Oh, that explains the deep-seated emotional issues. Boom! See, we got there in the end, everyone. Right, who can I echo? Not Bob, it's too boring, too easy. I need a victim. I mean, fellow journeyman to go to pub with. Shocking bad form. You can all come with me if you like, because I've got an appointment at home with my bed. Crawmonga. Can't even say it. I don't know, babes. I don't know. A lot of the time, I think one of his kids does like sports events and stuff on Sundays. I haven't seen him. So you're right, yeah. I mean, I've got my again. Should food be nationalised? Is the talking point on whatever matter it is. Armour. Is the reason you need armour because you make such stupid comments? Just asking. Never been so insulted. Oh yes, I have. I spoke to you not long ago. Come to the pub with me. You're lightweight. No, man. Because I'm eating at home. I've got enough food indoors. Get some for your mum. Get some for mummy. Take it home here. She gone? Ah, eating snails, bro. Right, it is, Jonathan. Thank you so much. A little bit of a delayed reaction, but thanking you kindly so. That's easily respectable in terms of going to a public house, at least in this country. Obviously not Saudi Arabia. They don't feel the same way. Let's see what time JC's getting out of here. No, he's already out of here.
Society in the same way that you would condemn.
Sorry, I just photobombed Steve, video bombed Steve. Where is he?
Just because they are unborn.
71% of the earth is water, and it always finds its level, apparently. The globe is like, oh, it's the Flat Earth Society. Do me a lemon. Right. Gone! Sold to the gentleman in the red trousers. Yeah, she is, babes. You're a liar. You're a liar. I can't see from here because I can't squat down and go through his legs. You're a liar. Yeah, I see her there.
If you have memorized the Quran, there is a plan.
He's like the opposite of the Scarlet Pimpernel. Right, she said. It makes me feel like I'm doing something when I say right. Right. What are we doing? What are we talking about? What have I missed? What have I missed? Lovely. You missed an R there, Daffyd. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, etc. I like a little show tune every now and again. I see Billy bringing up the rear guard. Hold on, let me show you. Bless him. 90 years old. See him coming along with his stick there? Very dignified. Cuts a very dignified figure, does our Billy. Oh, lost him for a minute there. Bless him. He's coming from church. What a blessing to be still going and like mobile at his age. What a blessing to get to his age. I can't say I'll be still agreeing with that if and when I get to his age, but at the moment it seems like a lofty ideal. No, it's not the Lion King. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. I feel like, I don't know where it's from. It's not Mary Poppins. It's not Eliza Doolittle. My fair lady. I know, it's me too. Oh my God, let's go and say hello to the gentleman at hand. Oh, bless him. I love his little face. Oh, he's smiling already.
The British in Ireland.
Gary is.
Doing here or not? The British and the Irish, we had problems with the IRA. And we put lots of them in prison. And then when the IRA signed a peace deal with
I don't want to interrupt him now. He's listening to the fella, even though the fella's talking.
Until
know what he's talking.
the peace deal. And the same with Palestinians. When they signed the peace deal, all the
Hello, Billy.
Oh, hello here.
How are you?
I'm just back to the hospital. I'm down to get my ears syringe.
Nice.
Oh, they made a good job of it. That was a cyst, but it was pus, a lot of pus.
Yeah.
Tell me how you keep it.
I'm all right. You got to look after yourself, Bill. Definitely. No one else is going to do it except for Jesus. I'm all right. I'm just trying to find someone to come to the pub with me, but it's my weekly torture session. But yeah, I'm not long for this park. I've been here a little. I've got here early today.
What's all this? What's on?
I think it's a music concert.
Is it?
Yeah, one of the ticket touts was telling me that they were getting tickets for the Eagles. You know, Hotel California.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's them. I mean,
Anyway, go along and see the rest of them.
you're right. Right. Let me just hear what this is. What is that flash going off? Oh, there's a big tower of lights. I just saw it.
Yeah, and when they are Jewish. They are Jewish.
No, they're not Jewish.
They are Jewish.
They're from Russia.
Yeah, you can be Russian and Jewish.
No, but
Shall I explain to you what the misunderstanding is? Israel, hang on, I'll explain. Israel says if you're Jewish on your mother's side or your father's side, you can come live in Israel. But the religious authorities say only if you're on your mother's side.
Because of the ethnic cleansing.
But the government
Because of the
says
rape, to be fair. Because
Because
of ethnic cleansing, they did that. Not just, they didn't make it up for arbitrary reasons. It was because the women were being raped to preclude them from being Jewish.
2,000 years ago.
Yeah. Lots of the commandments were. They're still good ideas.
I know who's the mother and father is.
No, that's not true at all.
Every DNA testing.
Yeah.
Get tested for DNA.
Why should-
you know exactly who mother and father is?
But you've just said that Israel, hold on, you've just said that Israel accepts paternity and maternity. So what's your problem
Israeli
with...
government. Israeli
Yeah.
government. But the Israeli rabbis,
Right.
they say no, we accept on your mother's side.
That's all right, though, because they're religious. They're not talking about
If
ethnicity.
you're religious, you should do what the Bible says.
Yeah.
And the Torah does not say it's on your mother's
And,
side.
but it does say to honour your mother and your father and to respect women. So why
That's
should you
right.
allow them to be
That's
raped
right.
to denigrate
And
your nation?
So most people now, Jewish people, are not raped. They know who their mother and their father
That's a
is.
bold statement.
Yeah.
It's a statistic that you don't know anything about.
Most children are not the product of rape.
Yeah.
They know who the mother's and
Yeah,
their
but when there's
fathers are.
another that prevents or deters people from ethnic cleansing, well, how can that be a bad thing? No. Can't be asked. Right. Ali Darwa's over there holding court. Oh, Chris, who's got time, kids? 2-state solution, 1-state solution, 13-state solution. Israel's the only one making decisions. Let's not get started.
Grooming gangs of Christian Asian grooming gangs. These are Muslim grooming gangs.
Shut the front door. He's telling the truth, kids. Right, shall we stroll down the pub, everyone? Shall I slip away? No one wants to debate me. It's my little lot in life, as it were. Gina, you don't know the mental image I just got before I got to the end of your sentence. I'm telling you now, kids, don't do that to me. Excuse me. No, Armour of God. All right. Armour of God, you send me money and I'll offer it. Don't. Oh, I've got something to tell you people who support content makers. Just briefly. So regular forms of giving are obviously like a membership and Patreon. That's one thing. But I know the cost of living crisis and all that stuff. PayPal, if the person you want to support has got PayPal, that is the best way in terms of commission. I wouldn't like to tell you how much YouTube take because Well, I don't like to think about it because it's shocking. Hang on, let's just ask JC about the likelihood.
Who run the universe? We have to say, yes,
He's debating.
well, according to your Quran, he's
Can I just have a... What's the odds of what time you're talking?
no idea. I need to make
A late one. That's what I thought, yeah.
next Sunday I'm off.
I know.
So I'm going to stay here.
Don't rub it in, your jet set.
My friend's getting,
International jet set, you know.
my friend's getting married, family, so I'm going to be next Sunday off from Speaker's Corner. Love you all.
I didn't get an invite on the flight. Right, this music's also damaging my serenity. Have a word. Sorry about that. Just got to bring you all down in case you're cheerful. There's Hatter from a different angle. Heavily critiqued books ever. No chain of narration. There's no Chinese whispers, everyone. No Chinese whispers.
Because they don't know the chain of narration.
Narration. That sounds like Christian Prince. No, I will be done. I don't know, love. You mean the one who's about 12? Oh, no, you mean Mo. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have no means of finding out either. I hope he's well. But, yeah. Christopher. Thank you, my love. And look, everybody, I've just been given a snack. No Chinese whispers. No China narration as it's called in Islam. Thank goodness we haven't got Hafs in our chain because he was a liar and he never gave the library books back. Anyway, right. It's just been preaching to fresh air. Look, the Gary's preaching and there's no one there. There's one geezer on a bike. Even he's wandered off. Haiku. Have a word. Who's he talking to? Copy paste Muslim there. What's going on over here? Oh, Shamsi. It's looking a bit John Lennon, isn't it, Shamsi, in them shades? Yeah. Just none of the charm, talent, or musical ability. It is haram music, so I don't mind him. I've got a photo of him, Haiku, when he was, he's been here donkey's years, like a long time, when he was a younger socialist up a ladder. Sod it, I'm at the gate anyway. Quick, make a run for it, make a run for it. Alright, Ashim. Alright, so I got, that means yes in Japanese. There you go, you've learned something already. I would love to teach you all some apologetics/polemics/apologetics. I have been threatening to hold lessons for ever now. I'm going to do it. If someone wouldn't mind stalking me about it, like as in yes, that's the time. I'm going to do it. Fancy one a week. Oh my God, don't be like that. I just want to go and check if it's open. Please. Then I can sit down nicely and talk with you. I can't listen to this old shiz. This was playing when I come in. I was refuting it out loud as I walked in here. It's absolute twaddle. That he reckons this imaginary, like disembodied voice reckons that this voice it's on a loop. He reckons that Constantine was the point at which the idea of Jesus being God was formed, right? And this was his second sentence. We know this because Constantine accepted the idea. And I'm thinking, how was it born at that point then? How can you accept an idea that ain't been born yet until you accept it? Circular and twaddle. Let's not die. Especially by a cyclist. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. I've been hit by a cyclist once. They clipped my elbow. I was not pleased. You want to hear what came out of my mouth from the shock? What? Oh my God, I'm sorry, I've lost my thread. Oh, no worries though, we'll be done. Yeah, he's alright. I mean, he's harmless unless you listen to him and believe anything he says, which is obviously a danger because he's always got little minions with him. But usually they're not over 12, so it's alright. So, you know, like eyebrow penciling on the tash, as it were. Right. Yeah, I'm happy about this. Well, I'm happy about this free speech thing, she said. For my next statement. Quite like breathing. Well, not all the time. Obviously, I have to hold my breath occasionally when there's something exciting happening. Woo! A bit close for comfort. Right, let us, darlings, one day I'll take you in the posh hotel, but not today because I'm poor. It's what we like to call it in England and around the world, if you speak English. Right, if it's shut, oh mate, I feel like it is shut. Right, let's find out. It's a long way down, but I'll take you back down Oxford Street afterwards. I've gone home, the Pakistani contingent. Right, she said, imagining that means she's doing something productive. Lol. Questiones, what's English? Is that the same sort of question as what's a woman? Because I can answer both of them. Is it Troy? No, it's Jonathan asking. What's English? English is the national language of Britain. It's had a few iterations in the past. The word English comes from the Angles, who, along with the Saxons, around about that time, we had a few immigration issues. Not joking, invasions, etc. So there used to be Old English. The spelling was optional, as was the grammar and the punctuation. I don't think there was any punctuation. For example, the 1580 Great Bible in English had no chapters or verse numbers. It was just a free-for-all, basically. I've got a copy, I don't know what you call it, like a scanned copy. English is a spoken and written language which is far superior, which is the language of my people. And this one, the more languages I learn, the more I appreciate English. That's it, really. That's not an in-depth look. And a woman, everyone hold on to your hats or your heiresses. Sorry for the English there. They're the only ones who are going to get that. Or actually East Londoners. Either way, oh, come on, Kay. How can you digress from a digression? Pub's open, Michael's talking twaddle. Right, yeah. A woman is an adult, human, female. Happy to help, thank you. Usually characterised, not always, by ovaries because of certain medical conditions and operations. A less pronounced larynx, Adam's apple. No testicles whatsoever. We keep ours on. We have chesticles, everybody. What else? No penis. That's a biggie. Could be a little-y, you know what I mean? Women do not have penises. That's one of the things that traditionally, for thousands of sonograms and stuff, we just had a little look-see. We said, oh, there's no penis, must be a girl. Or, oh, there's a vagina, it's a girl. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, or whatever. That's it, really. There's no mentalness. There's no reason academics should be tying themselves up in knots because they just can't. Yes, the chromosomes also welcome because he's gone for the technical route, and I've just gone for the anything a 3-year-old could understand. But not, it seems, some politicians and academics and autistic hitty fit people. Right, I'm here, but now my dilemma is I can't go inside to order myself a drink, because if I do, I get copyright striked, and then I have to mute it all. What we're doing? Oh, that looks nice, oh my God. What is it? What's it called? Alabama Slammer. Love it. I'm guessing their slammer is not slang for prison. Is that an Alabama prison? Doesn't sound as attractive, to be fair. That's not hate speech or discrimination. That's just my personal preference. Right. Yeah, this is a bit of a tricky one now because I suppose I could screech my order through the door, but the table staff ain't going to take an order off me because that's ridiculous. Anyway, I'll do you another little. Hang on, oh, I can stick you up. Hold on. I'm not Dick Turpin. Right. Wait, that's it. Look, hands free. Oh, she's doing it with no hands. Now I can eat your cricks. All right, Jim. Big up your ear roll and your fingers because you just type that, so you know, just assume you've got digits on one hand. If my phone blows over, sorry, it is a bit blowy, but I'm holding onto one of the tripod legs. Sorry. Okay. Any questions? Anything? Go on, let's do a free speech special. Anything you like. Obviously, I reserve the right to refrain from disclosing pertinent personal information, but you know me. I love a bit of oversharing. Love it. Till later. Right. Shut up, Jonathan. Jonathan, everybody is heterosexual. Well done, sir. What did you want, the fat content or the calorific? Nutritional, that sounds healthy already. Nutritional information is per pack. I've only had about 7 hula hoops so far. I'm going to take away the saturates. Okay. Oh, you spoil all my fun. Alright then. 8.5 grams of fat, of which saturates 0.7. Carbohydrates 20 carbohydrates, of which sugar is 0.5. Fiber is 0.9. Protein is 1.1. Big up the protein. And salt for a salted potato snack is 0.48 of a gram. Happy now? You've killed my little happy food dance. Whatever. I'm going to have a diet water in a minute, if that helps you, sir. Sorry, I shouldn't be eating when I don't know if everybody else has got food. I do apologise. Questions other than how big's your bum and all that sort of stuff. Oh, my battery's really low. Oh, I love you, Peter, as well. I have to go. I am. I'm going to have a slim night tonic, Patriot. I'm not Joshy. Which one? That one? Gina? That one, my daughter. This is for my daughter. Those 2, they are. I don't know which ones you mean. Those 2, one is from my daughter and one is from my little love. My daughter is also my little love, but she's quite big now. So, you always thought transgenders were gay. Some of them are, some of them aren't, I guess. But they're not technically gay if they identify as a woman and are sexually attracted to women. Yeah, weird, isn't it? That's not me. Anyway, my other phone has got a battery, so you never know, I might be back, but I doubt it. Anyway, I love you people. I've got to go because if the stream ends because of the battery, it doesn't save it to YouTube. Shizzle. All right. It is, I would say sometimes it's a bit of a split. You're very welcome, oh my God. But a lot of the time it's majority Muslim. It's an Arab area, a heavily Arabized area. Prayers for you, etc. God bless you all. Lots of love. Ciao, ciao. And here we go. Bye.